let us discuss the concept of dole-out Cadbury question. So I hope you would have already gone through the question. Here, there is a reputed school in which you are acting as a teacher, assume, and you are about to distribute chocolates to the kids. You will not just like that distribute the Cadbury, rather you will distribute it only in the form of squares to the kids. Let's assume you have a Cadbury bar which has 10 rows and 5 columns. So total number of Cadbury pieces inside the chocolate would be like 10 into 5, 50. So what is the, you can't give that rectangular bar of chocolate with 10 cross 5. Rather what you will do is you'll break it into square pieces. So how will you break this 10 cross 5 into square pieces? If you're thinking like 5 cross 5 and 5 cross 5, you are right. So you can make only 2 square pieces out of the 10 cross 5 and you will give this 2 square pieces to 2 children. So the total number of children who will get the chocolate would be 2 in this case. Similarly, if there are some other Cadbury bars, let's say the size of the Cadbury bar is 6 cross 4, then how will you form the squares? So it would be like, assume you have a 6 cross 4 chocolate bar. First you will break the 4 cross 4 and then you will be left out with 2 cross 4. And then again this 2 cross 4 you will break it into 2 cross 2 and 2 cross 2. So that is how you will have to break the chocolate bars and give it to the children. Now, this is all about the question. I have given an overview of how to go about this question. Now, the total number of rows and columns would be from 0 to 1501 and 0 to 1501. So you can go with the simple integer itself. Here, the size of the chocolate bar might vary from a limit to a end limit. So what if the size of the chocolate bar might be from 5 centimeter to 7 centimeter length and 3 centimeter to 4 centimeter width. So if that is the case, then what we'll have to do is, you'll have to calculate all the possible combinations. So 5 to 7, 3 to 4, right? So you'll have to calculate what would be the total number of students who might get chocolate if the chocolate size is 5 cross 3. Similarly, 5 cross 4. Similarly, 6 cross 3, 6 cross 4, 7 cross 3, 7 cross 4 and so on. So you'll have to find out all the possible combinations and then you'll have to give the answer. Now we have a sample test case where the size of the Cadbury, that means the length of the Cadbury, can be from 5 to 7 and the breadth of the Cadbury can be from 3 to 4 units. So here they told like there are 24 children who might get the Cadbury. Let me explain you how it is correct. So what is the first possible combination? 5 cross 3, right? So if the length of the Cadbury is 5 centimeter and breadth of the Cadbury is 3, then there are totally 15 chocolate, what we can say, bars or slots inside the particular bar. So 5 cross 3, there are totally 15 chocolate pieces inside the bar. How will you reduce this 5 cross 3? So first I'll break this 3 cross 3 thing. Let's draw a bar now. Three columns, 5 rows. Done. So what I'll do is first I'll break this part. So this part would be broken and then you will be left out with 2 cross 3, right? So what you will do? Next you will have to take, so first this would be taken and then you will be left out with this part. Isn't it? So again if I want to break it in a square manner, then this would be taken away and then you will be left out with this part. It would be like this. So here this is not in a form of square because there are 2 rows and 1 column. So again I'll break this into 2 parts. So this is 1 part and this is 1 more part. So totally there are 4 children who will get chocolates. So this is for one combination 5 cross 3. Similarly, you will have to work for 5 cross 4, 6 cross 3, 6 cross 4, 7 cross 3, 7 cross 4. So totally there would be 6 combinations. So for the first combination we have got the output as 4. Second combination we might get some other answer. You will have to total the values and then you will have to print the output. So I'm just taking the minimum length, maximum length. So the total possible combinations would be like this. So here I'm just drawing all the possible Cadburys over here. So first, if it's 5 cross 3, this would be my Cadbury bar. As I have already discussed, this would be my first piece, and this would be my second piece, and this would be my third piece, and this would be my fourth piece. So there are totally 4 pieces for 5 cross 3. For the second combination 5 cross 4, 5 cross 4, right? So this would be my first piece, 4 cross 4. And this would be my, now you will be left out with one row of 4 columns. So this would be my second piece, third piece, fourth piece, and fifth piece. So totally 5 bars would be available in this case. 6 cross 3. 6 cross 3, 3 cross 3 would be the first bar. And then you will be ending up with one more bar of the same size, 3 cross 3. This is because the total number of rows is double the total number of columns. So you can easily break it up into 2 equal parts. Done. So there are 2 pieces over here. Now 6 cross 4. Now again 4 cross 4 would be the first bar, and then 2 cross 2 second bar, and again there is a 2 cross 2 third bar. So totally 3 bars would be found. 7 cross 3. Now in 7 cross 3, 3 cross 3 would be the first bar, again 3 cross 3 would be the second bar, and 1, 1, 1. So totally there would be 5 bars in 7 cross 3 as well. In 7 cross 4 again, 4 cross 4 would be the first bar, 3 cross 3 would be the second bar, and this would be the third, fourth, and fifth bar. So totally again 5 more bars in the 7 cross 4 as well. Now let's count it. 4 plus 5 plus 2 plus 3 plus 5 plus 5, 5 plus 5, 10, 13, 15, 20 and 24. So totally 24 students would get the Cadbury if the possibility is from 5 to 7 and 3 to 4. So the pseudocode would be like, first you'll have to get all the inputs, and then you'll have to vary the length from minimum length to maximum, similarly from minimum width to maximum width. Then you'll have to calculate the total number of squares that are possible by decrementing the row and column. Let's say if it's 7 cross 3. 7 cross 3 is not a square matrix, isn't it? Now what you will do, you will decrement the row value to 6 cross 3. Again check if 6 is equal to 3. False. Again decrement it to 5 cross 3. So 5 is not equal to 3. Again decrement it to 4 cross 3. Again decrement it to 3 cross 3. So 3 cross 3 is a square matrix. So you will count it as 1. Now you are left out with 4 rows and 3 columns. So 4 cross, again check 4 cross 3. 4 cross 3 is not a square matrix. Again decrement it. 3 cross 3 is a square matrix, correct? Now we are left out with 1 row and 3 columns. So now number of row is less than number of columns. So you have to keep decrementing the column value. So now decrement the column. 1 cross 2, 1 cross 3, no, 1 cross 2, no, 1 cross 1, yes. Now you will have to add one more chocolate, and then you will be left out with 1 row, 2 columns. Keep doing the same until you reach number of rows is equal to 0 and number of columns is equal to 0. Once you have done with that, you will have to print the total count. So this is all about the logic part. Let's meet in coding part. Let's quickly discuss the solution for dole-out Cadbury question. We have already gone through the logic for the same, with which we have also discussed some of the test cases and how the logic flows. Now it's time for us to code the same. I'm going to choose C++ language. You can make use of any of your convenient programming languages because the logic and pseudocode is going to be the same. Let's get started. So I'll start with a variable declaration. So I'm going to initialize sum is equal to 0, and then min length, max length, similarly min width and max width. Done. Now it's time for us to take all the inputs, done. Now we'll have to check for the constraint. So you'll have to check if P and Q is less than or equal to 1501. Similarly, R and S is less than or equal to 1501. Let's quickly do that. How will you check it? If 0 is less than min length is less than 1501 and same thing. We'll simply copy paste it here. I'll just make it as max length. Similarly, min width and max width. Done. So if this is true, then what we'll have to do? We'll have to start. So you'll have to traverse and make all the possible combinations. So from min length to max length, I'm going to make all the possible combinations with the width, right? So let's do that. So for int j is equal to min width, j less than or equal to max width, j plus plus, done. So inside that I'm going to do like sum is equal to sum plus number of children. So initially it would be 0. So number of children of I comma j. I'll be passing I and j. Just close and then see out sum only. Done. Now let's quickly put the function for calculating the number of children. So this is a very simple function, int number of children. So it will take the row value and the column value, isn't it? So inside which first you will initialize count is equal to 0 and then what is the total number of bars that we have? It would be row into column. Yes. So until row is not equal to 0 and column is not equal to 0. So what we'll have to do? We'll have to keep making the squares, isn't it? Simply increment the count, and if row is greater than column. So we discussed about this case. So if you remember, if row is greater than column, you'll have to subtract row from column. Sorry, column from row. Else you will have to subtract row from column. So I'll keep doing that until my row and column is a non-zero value. Once done, we'll have to return the count. That's it, guys. I'll simply close this function. So now it's time for us to compile and check the same. Let's do that. Now I must do an if condition, so a bracket for an if condition, so I'll do that. As you can see, all the test cases are cleared.
Hey YouTube, how are you doing? Stay tuned to Facebook for more awesome videos. Don't forget to subscribe.